welcome everyone. It's Frank Klesitz. I'm here with Steve LaMothe, #1 listing agent in Sacramento. Sells a lot of homes. Very good listing agent and a friend of mine. And if you want to watch some of the previous webinars I've done with Steve, we did a really nice one the other week on how to build a modern seller lead generation website. So if you go to our video blog, Get Viral, VYRAL.com, click blog, scroll down a bit, and you'll see it was just excellent. Steve just took us through his website, which Steve, go ahead and drop the link to your website. Actually, it's in your name there, homesbyelevate.com. And he went through how the
That was
whole website
smart.
is built to generate, seller leads, right? And what the message of the market is and what sellers resonate with. And we figured for a follow-up training on this would be what videos. Steve uses a lot of videos. He's a viral client. He works with us. He also has professional video people to make really quality videos for the website, much higher than what we can do on a webcam or mobile phone. And we thought we'd share, what are the top videos that get the phone to ring? So once you have the website, what's the content you put on it, driven by video? And then once you make those videos, how do you get people to actually see them, the right people to see them? And that's what we're going to answer for you today. So Steve, thanks, man.
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing this. So let's start with answering the first question of what we promised everyone would learn in the webinar write-up. Are the top 3 videos that work the best for you? And people can feel free to use them. So why don't you just share with us and drop some links and tell us about the top performing videos that have helped you get business.
Yeah, I'll share the links in the chat. So I am a huge proponent. I'm a millennial. So I lean with, not trying to sell customers, right? I think people really don't want to be sold. So we lean on educating our database with, like, let's say the top 30 questions one might have before they buy or sell. In California, one of our top rated videos, we did it like 2 years ago, and I've touched on it a few times since then, is like, what are the 4 key things you need to think about to move out of state, right? Or what are the top 3 states Californians are moving to? I'll share that in the link. Another high performing video is, what are 4 steps you can take to prepare your home for sale? A really hot video that we did a few weeks ago was, what are rate buy downs? And how can you explain that to the customer base, right? So you want to have something that answers a relevant question or problem that's relevant today, because the messaging is always changing based on where the market is, and have a really good subject line. I think that's where you guys are really good at coming up with the subject lines that work. But our top performing videos have been how to prepare your home for sale to net top dollar. Specific to our market is how to relocate out of state, the top states people move to and why, or top 4 low tax states to move to, things that are relevant for our
I'm a Californian
sellers.
that moved to Tennessee.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's a lot of things that people don't think about before moving out of state, and like, in what order should you do that, right? Like, and breaking that down for someone is huge. Another great video is the 10 questions to ask a real estate agent before making a decision. That comes from Dave Ramsey. So I just took that right off of Dave Ramsey's website and did a video on it. So, I guess the point is, you just Google, if you just put in the Google search bar, real estate questions, it'll actually populate with the most popular questions about real estate, and then just build videos around those, or take the content from viral and just execute those. But I'll share the links to some of our most visited videos in the chat. And
Cool.
The consistency at which you do that is super important. We push that out every 2 weeks.
I'm going to type this in, just how do I sell a home, into Google.
And
when
just
you
to see
do
what
that,
pops up.
yeah, when you do that, I can spell how correctly. See where it says people also ask? Like, those are the topics right here. And the answers are right there too, that you can use to paraphrase your answers. So you see it's showing up in Tennessee, where I'm at right now. But dude, these are all the top performing questions that you want to publish that people are asking for. And you can look at the answer and kind of paraphrase it I'm not plagiarizing it, but paraphrasing it for your own video.
Yeah.
That's what we work
What
on
should
together.
you not fix before selling your house? So a good video subject line would be the 3 things to fix before selling your house, right? Or the 3 things that at the highest return on investment.
Yeah.
So from an execution standpoint, I guess my point would be, if people are trying to learn from this, right? These are not lead generation tactics, guys. Like, yeah, you might get some people that come your way from putting out a video. This is about taking the people you know and your leads that might do business in the future and staying relevant and top of mind with valuable information versus constantly calling them and texting them to see, do you have a referral, or would you like to sell today? Or, it gives you something to deliver to people that's answering relevant information in your local marketplace to combat the news, which is on every day, talking about horrible, bad information, right?
So Steve put some of the links to his videos here in the chat, and we'll make sure in the replay, if you're watching this on a website, those links are in the description or in the notes. So you can go play and watch some of Steve's educational videos. One of the things Steve and I have been talking about is he needs to step up his retargeting game by getting those videos to everyone who's interacting on Facebook, Instagram, visiting his website, and his custom audience list. So I actually went and pulled a retargeting video. This isn't yours, Steve, but you'll do one just like this. This is what these videos would look like on Facebook. So thinking of buying or selling a home here in Sacramento. The market has changed with 7% mortgage rates. Watch this video to learn what it means for you. Where are Sacramento home prices really headed? And that would be an example of this educational video. So it's not like driving to like a lead form. It's just something that drives back to your website. So
yeah,
Steve, we're going to work on
and
doing that.
To put that into layman's terms, because Frank, you're talking to people who are up here, right?
Thank you.
Because a lot of these people may not be that. The goal is, getting used to putting out educational content, being the real estate economist of choice in your local market. And then when your customer clicks on that video that you email, put on social media, put on YouTube, your cross-channel marketing, right? When they click on it and go to your website, that's where you catch them in your web, right? Just like Amazon shows up everywhere after you say what you're looking for or you click on it. Retargeting is that, right? So it's very simple to set that up and very cheap to stay ahead of the competition, let's say.
And you have such a great website. I recommend you guys go to Homes by Elevate and go watch the previous webinar that I did with Steve on how he built such an incredible seller lead generation website, which not so much from a design standpoint. Design's beautiful, but you just have the messaging on there that solves the pain, Steve. And one of the reasons Steve does such a good job is, he's not necessarily overseeing a big team where he's maybe removed from the daily customer conversations because he has all these agents working for him. He is literally on the phone talking to people right now all day long. So he's very grounded to what people are asking, right, Steve? And you create the videos around those topics.
Yes. I mean, I think that's our job, right? Especially if you're a solo agent, small team, or even on a big team, our job is to communicate the messaging for our company to get people interested in our service. And I think the real estate agent service industry is really hard as a whole to come up with differentiators for yourself, right? And we're kind of all telling customers the same thing. I'm really good at customer service. I have experience in doing this for years or whatever it is. And that's kind of it. They're picking you because you're in rapport with them or they like you, right? So, trying to find ways to differentiate yourself from everyone else is really important. And how you communicate that message to people who don't know you is also important. So if you want to just do business with people who know you, like be 100% referral based, that's different, than trying to go build a big business of working with people that choose you that don't know you, right? So video is a great way to service both of those clientele, to stay in contact and educate your customer base, and then educate future customers because they come to your website and you're not just selling them on, work with me, work with me, work with me, right? I would say 99% of agents' websites, you land on that first page, it's like a picture of them, right? Like it's a personality, not a process or a thing that you hire to do a job. It's more about a personality. And so branding yourself with educational content, I think brings you up another level, I would say, and you're giving away free content in hopes that by doing so, people will choose you because you're the local expert. And I think the trends demographically, you probably know this better than I, but young people are doing a lot more research before choosing an agent to work with. So they really value going online. Don't underestimate, like we do this every day as agents. Like we know what a rate buy down is, a 2-1 buy down. We know what a contingency is and how to prepare a home for sale. But people who don't do this every day, I have to like really remind myself, like they don't do this every day. So it seems simple to us or kind of a silly thing to talk about. But honestly, the most silly, like 3-step things that we've put in subject lines, the most silly concepts have gotten the most attention from people because it's relevant to them and they don't do this every day, right?
100%. So let's move on to the second point here. So we promised the top 3 videos that work the best for you, and you shared those examples and you shared some of those topics.
Yes.
Second thing that we promised was the 2023 video topics I plan to send to my database. Now I'll kind of help you out with this because you defer to me on these things. Let me go ahead and just share with you. These are, so Steve, I just signed a contract with my Emma for $130,000 to buy millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of emails that we stuff our customers. So we take a look at that. We also take a look at what's performing on YouTube and try to figure out what are the best evergreen topics. Evergreen means you can use these whenever you want and they're just fine.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the stuff that Steve does is it's very what's going on right now in the market, but you can start with the evergreen topics. So I'm going to give the evergreen topics to all of you. Here they are. I'm going to put these in the chat for everybody. Oh, Steve, you got to put those links again and have to choose everyone. Hang on. Let me.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we got to choose everyone. Hang on. They didn't get their links. Let's try that. Let's try these. And let's choose everyone. Now you guys got your links. All right.
Cool.
So now these are the topics for 2023. How to sell your house right now. That's a good list of clicks, huh?
Yeah.
3 quick tips to prepare your home for sale. How to upgrade, how to sell a house that needs work. 3 upgrades that increase the value of your home. Calculating the numbers on a rental property. All the documents you need to sell a house. How to find and buy a foreclosed home. 3 reasons why your home may not be selling. When's the best time to sell your house? What not to fix when selling a home. Your offer was accepted, now what? Should I wait until prices go down to buy a house? Not bad, huh?
No, they're fabulous.
Those are in the top, and the headlines have been researched. You notice they're written well, the headline. So these are the topics. You can use these. These are perfectly fine. But the other option is listening to I don't have like a 3-2-1 buy down on here because that was kind of hot in the past 2 months, right?
Yeah.
These are evergreen. So these are the topics that Steve will fall back on. Or Steve, what do you think will be some topics next year? Off the top of your head, what do you think you're going to publish next year?
I love this schedule. I'm not as organized. I wish I just implemented what you say. But I do think that kind of listening to what buyers and sellers are saying right now today, I think kind of the top 3 things that will be on people's minds are, as a buyer, I think foreclosures and off-market or deals are going to be like a hot trigger word, right? Because we're starting to hear that a lot. Like buyers are asking, how do I get on a list for foreclosures or short sales? So you can hit on that key point for buyers. I think number 2 for sellers is how to trade homes and still maintain a decent payment, right? So one of the biggest things that will lock sellers up is they're in this 3% interest rate. If they want to move somewhere, they're going to go, double, triple their interest rate. Some concepts around buy downs and things like that to save that money, or even assumable mortgages is going to be a good topic, I think. And then number 3 is just really hitting on what's really happening in the market, like market updates. I try to refrain from market updates to our database because I think it gets kind of old. Like, you know, a market update would be like, sales are down 20% this month, right? Inventory's up 10% this month. I think people don't really care about that, but I would do at least once a month some kind of market update so that you can tell your customers what's really happening locally, because they're listening to national news. And I think that's super relevant to them.
You know, you keep bringing up this national news. Great minds think alike, Steve. I want to share with the audience the reconnect email to send to your database. And this is kind of off message for today, but you know, let's say you were to come in and hire viral, or you were to go do this on your own, and you round up all your Gmail and your CRM contacts to, like, you know, send out a message to them, you know, to reconnect. I want to read this to you guys. This is the message. I just updated this, Steve. So, important Sacramento real estate update. Clients, friends, colleagues. I'm writing you since we're friends. We work together to buy or sell your home, or you're in real estate with me, or connected on social media. It's no secret that Sacramento is going through a market shift. Interest rates are high. They've jumped, and it makes it more difficult for people to buy a home. And homeowners who don't really need to sell are kind of sit and put at the nice, juicy little 3% interest rate. Builders are pulling back. The bottom line is we're heading back in normal market after a lot of money printing. The problem is our national news has sensationalized this situation. Look at that. When it comes to residential real estate, it's very local, down to the specific neighborhood and street. What you hear in the news isn't necessarily what's happening right here in Sacramento. Right, Steve?
This is amazing.
So this is where I come in. I want to step up and do a better job of keeping you informed about what's truly going on in Sacramento. I'm talking to buyers and sellers every day. So I plan on sending you 2 short 3 to 5 minute videos every month. I'm going to answer questions that homeowners, residents, and buyers right here ask me. I'll send you mine, or it might be a video from someone else, but the point is the videos won't waste your time. They're very important with key insights in buying or selling a home. And if you don't want to hear from me, no hard feelings, just click on subscribe. You won't hear from me again. But if you've managed to read this much, you're probably wondering what your home is worth. I get it all the time. And the stuff that you get online is not accurate. So I'm happy to tell you what your home is worth at no charge if you listed it for sale. I got MLS access. So put your information in here. Tell me if you want to know what your home is worth, and send me some photos. FaceTime me. I'll tell you what I listed for. Yada, yada, yada. Give me a call if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, Steve.
I mean, that's a beautifully copywritten email.
Thank you.
Send me a copy of that, please.
I wrote that 3 mornings ago. I woke up and had some fresh coffee. I'll put this in the chat for everybody.
I want to go back to, like, before I started sending video, because I think this is going to be important for everyone here. Like, I hate being on video, right? It's not my comfort zone. It's really not. But I think it's really important because you can dig deeper on a personal level, and you become the educator, right? It's really not hard to shoot a 3 to 5 minute video twice a month. And in reality, if you want to bump that up, it should be like every week, right? You could even do it twice a week. My goal next year is to do it at least once a week. And maybe I don't email it to my database, but I post it on social media. This is not a lead generation. It can be a lead, you could create leads using video. Yes. I think it's the best way to explain it is to eliminate a lot of the canned, like, mail and stuff we send to anybody we have in our database, and lean heavy on this, right? This is your 36 touch campaign. You hit them with an email twice a month with a video market update. You drive them to your social media with your educational content. When they hit your website, they're retargeted with your educational content. And every month you send them a call to action like Frank just went through. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in buying or selling, you can get your home value here. You can search for properties here. And you're starting to funnel them down to people who are motivated to buy and sell. Don't underestimate the rapport that you build with your database by sending out educational videos.
So the next thing we promised was offers for immediate response. So we send out
My favorite.
Yeah, everyone's favorite. So you send out the nice videos so people get to know you, and you get the people clicking them. Steve's been very clear about that, to build the relationship. But once a month, let's hit that list with an offer. Hey, come find out what your home is worth. Hey, get a cash offer on your home. Hey, attend my seller workshop. Hey, search for homes on my website. Hey, get a free pre-listing improvement consultation, which is a big thing with you, Steve, with your concierge service, right?
Yep.
So let me just go back to that reconnect message. Remember that link right here, Steve? Request a free updated home price estimate. People click that, and then it goes to a form that looks like this. Okay. And they fill out their address. They fill out when they're thinking of selling. They fill out the condition of the home. They fill out what type of property it is. They fill out when it was built. They fill out if they're working with an agent and other details. And they put their name in and submit. And that's a seller lead. We just sent this out last night. I just pulled the latest one that we sent out. This is for a client in Austin. These are all of the leads that came in from that form. That want to know what their home is worth, with phone numbers, when they're thinking of selling, contact information. Look at that.
Chris is just running $1 billion team, so don't copy him.
But yeah, so this is someone that has a very large database and spends a lot of money on contacts. But the point is, wouldn't it be great if you can just hit that list with the response? So what are some of the offers that you've sent out that have generated the best response for seller leads? What are those offers that you send out?
Honestly, I mean, we do lots of marketing, right? On top of the video, and I would call this, the video campaigns are our 36, are a component of our 36 touch, right? So that is to our entire database. But the messaging, like MOFers, let's call it, to get people to respond.
Make offers for immediate response. MOFer, which is something Gary Keller put together.
We utilize your letters. So the letter that Frank just wrote or read to you guys, we just kind of pull right from him, and we can just authorize them to send once a month the call to action. I don't do it every month because we'll send our own, but the pre-listing renovation meeting is a great call to action to get people to respond or ask for a home valuation. You know, the other good call to action that's been working well is schedule a 15-minute consultation to go over rate buy downs and see how we can help you lock in rates 1% to 2% under what the current market rent is, right? Or ask me how to get a 2020 rate in 2022, right? Because assumable mortgages, buy downs, things like that, you have to come up with a catchy way to provide something to the buyer or seller that actually is valuable. Scheduling a consultation is not something of value. You got to give them a reason to schedule the meeting. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. And here's one of those reasons. You're really big on this. We'll beautifully remodel your home so it's ready to sell fast and for top dollar. We'll manage the Sacramento contractors and put up the money for you. Yeah. Request a free pre-listing renovation estimate, and we drive everyone here to put their information.
It's money. And so that is like an all text email that goes out to your database, right? But you can copy, I guess my point for everyone here is you need to copy that same concept and go use it everywhere, right? Like if you're doing seller seminars, if you're doing open houses, if you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you know, you should be having this mindset of educating consumers. You know, what is that concept from Gary Vee? It's like jab, jab, right hook, right?
The videos are the jabs and the right hook is the MOFer.
Right. So you're educating, call to action, sell, right? Educating, sell. And you'll be amazed. This is not a quick fix, okay? So you start doing this for 1 month, you're not going to get people that are reaching out to you saying, hey, I watched your YouTube videos. You know, I want to hire you. You're that YouTube guy, right? I think many people chase YouTube and video and fail miserably at it. This is a long-term plan, a commitment to educating your database And then you can layer on getting better with video, like, you know, guys like Ken Pozak and other agents who have built their businesses on video. This is not that, right? And I think you need to make a distinction that this is about providing very short educational video content to the people you already know, so they gain trust and build awareness with you, so you don't call them all the time and text them with unrelevant communication. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense. Let's go over what we promised everyone in this webinar. The top 3 videos that work the best. We covered that. The 2023 video topics, put the link in there, covered that, with thinking about what's going on locally that might be a little bit more relevant, that would be an evergreen topic. The messages you send out to generate immediate leads. Hey, go request a free home value, go request a free pre-listing estimate, an email that goes out with a link driving back to a landing page. The last thing I want to ask you is, how do you get sellers to watch the videos once you make them? How do you get once you make the videos, how do you get people to actually see them?
Yeah, write this. Everyone should be writing this down, right? So there's kind of, just thinking in my own mind, there's 3 mediums that you use to, because when you shoot a video, you have to put it somewhere, right? YouTube or Vimeo, right? You have to host it somewhere. So then you take that video, and then number 1, we're going to email it to the database. Okay, so we're emailing it to everyone who we have an email address for. We're going to post it on a blog to our website. So anybody who's new that we don't have emails for could potentially land on that blog and view it on our website. It also helps with SEO. If someone's typing in, you know, what's the real estate market like in Sacramento, we might get picked up on that. Number 3 is we're going to share it across the social media platforms that we're on. For us, that's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I also will put on Nextdoor sometimes. I don't get a lot of posts that I can make. And then LinkedIn too. And then with that, so social media, email, website, which is organic, okay? And then with that, we're going to put money behind it, and we're going to retarget them on social media. And then that means if they land on, no matter where they come to our video, whether it's organic or they're in our database, if they landed on our video, they're going to continue to see not only that video, but other right hooks. You know, I have call to actions on Google ads and Facebook that are total sales, right hooks. You know, get a cash offer on your home, get a pre-listing renovation meeting, right? So we're doing the right hooks, not just via email and calling and texting, but we're also retargeting with advertising. And then we also will layer in direct mail with the same message we sent out in that month. We're putting something in our direct mail to our database about the concepts we talked about in that month, if that makes sense. We might not take the whole video and, like, you know, document what it says and then email it or mail it out, but we will hit on like buy downs or whatever we're talking about in the mailer.
Yeah, so everyone's like,
send.
how do you direct mail? How do you mail out a video? Something like this.
Yeah,
that's what the letter looks like.
And that stuff works. I'll tell you that stuff totally works. There's something I've done the last 2 years. I do like a year-end wrap-up letter to everyone in our database that we have, you know, mailing addresses for. And it's just my general thoughts of what happened this year, what I project to happen next year, like an economic, let's call it the letter to shareholders, right, for Elevate Realty Group. And that has been super, super powerful. I get a lot of people that reach out to me for that, and we'll send that in an email, do a shortened video, and then a long form letter that goes out in the mail. Sometimes that's like 2 pages long with graphs and charts and everything.
That's great. So yeah, so one of the things that Steve and I have been talking about, he emailed me this morning, like, I got to get some Facebook ads up for cash offers and whatnot. So we're going to do another webinar. I think the next one we're going to do is like literally watch us together create the ads. Right, Steve? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Together, we'll just do it. Instead of talking about it, we'll just do it together. But let me show you what we will do. I actually did this morning for a customer of ours. but you can see in here, we have all these retargeting audiences. We have everyone that visited his website, everyone that's interacted with his page, and then they're exporting their boomtown that has like 70,000 contacts. And we're going to put that in there, right? Like all your warm retargeting audiences. And then I know how to solve this up. So we'll do this with you, Steve. And then from there, what are the ads? Well, here they are. You have your direct offer, your MOFR, and then you have your educational videos. So what does the educational video look like? Well, it looks something like this. See that? Here, let me give you some sound.
I think people feel like this is really complicated. It's not.
Yeah, you just gotta know what you're doing, but like here's like an educational video, right? And it goes to all the inventory on social media so people see it. Ooh, cool, right? So that's like an educational video we talked about when we started. But then you have the direct offer. What does a direct offer look like? Something like this. Attention Greenville homeowners, home prices are starting to slide with interest rates now over 7%. We have all cash buyers who still want to pay what your home is worth. Skip the stress and hassle. If you're thinking of selling, request a guaranteed cash offer and close on your timeline, no showings, right? Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. They click more, goes to the landing page, get leads. So I think what would be cool, Steve, is for our next webinar, let's just set aside an hour, hour and a half, and let's just set these up for you from scratch.
Yeah, I would love it. I mean, it really is not, it's really not hard to once you kind of figure out what buttons to click. I mean, I would say on a monthly basis, I spend like 5-8 minutes setting up retargeting ads. Like once you get it all like set up, it's pretty easy I'm talking for the single agents here and small teams, right? Like you could do this, right? You can do this with Frank's help. This is possible.
Now, Steve, let's wrap it up. You're hiring listing agents. So anyone in Sacramento or wants to relocate to Sacramento, tell everyone about that.
Yeah, we set 200.
Right?
Yeah, we are. And we're looking to expand next year heavily. But we set 300 listing appointments in 2022, and we can't go on. I can't go on all of them. And so
you book the listing appointments for the agent if you trust them. That's huge value proposition.
Yeah, I mean, the job description would be, yes, you are going to be calling, you're going to be following up on leads, but 90% of your appointments will come from us. That's right.
That's huge.
Yeah,
right.
I would say 75 listing deals a year.
If anyone has a referral for you, how do they get a hold of you?
They can go to Homes by Elevate, just click contact, or just email us at team@homesbyelevate.com.
Awesome. And then if you guys want a copy of the video marketing plan that Steve's following, just go to our website, getviral, GETVYRAL.com. We can download a copy right on the homepage.
For sure. And on our website too, like you can just click, I think the tab is called education, homesbyelevate.com/education. And I've been doing this for 4 years now. And so there's 4 years of video on there that you can go and pull from and pull those topics.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I appreciate
it. Get the replay up for everyone to watch. Appreciate y'all.
All right.